my fascinating Renaissance ladies. How are you? How have you been doing with the exercises? Is it really coming together? Are we beginning to see some kind of beginnings of a roadmap? This is our fifth episode. And for those of you who have just joined in now, this is Malu Cervantes, and this is my channel, my YouTube channel, my season of life, life at 60 and beyond. And I'm sure you may be wondering, why do I address all of you ladies, those people who are subscribed, the people, okay, my tribe, so to speak? How come I address them as fascinating Renaissance ladies and not just beautiful ladies? I strongly suggest that you click, go to the left, click that, and watch episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because in episode 1, these have been shared with you, like why this channel, why now, why not, much earlier and later, and who are the people that I'm actually addressing, and why is it entitled My Season of Life? And this is all been, explained there. You see, every episode builds on each other. So last time, fourth episode, we talked about, okay, creating our dream life and what the autumn of life means to each of us. Okay? And so as we go along, I will come up with activities, with steps, to make this happen. And we talked about Renaissance, right? And we know it's French for rebirth. It means rebirth. So we're being reborn. Okay, whatever life has dealt us with, whether it's successful, less successful, whether we're thinking if there's still life after 60, all of this definitely, you know um would pale in comparison to the life that we can create, and live onwards. And this is what it's all about. I taught you, okay, and we talked about it, that we need to come up with a roadmap, just like where do we want to be? What kind of a person, what kind of a woman do I want to be? We have to start that way before we can come up, with steps along the way. So we talked about Renaissance, which is really French, as I've said, and then we started, okay, coming up with a personal manifesto. I shared with you my personal manifesto, meaning my philosophy, the basis of everything I do. Why do I do what I do? Okay, the big question is why? Because it is all based on what we want our life to be. And I shared it with you, and that's what we are going to discuss as we go along. Well, for those of you who have just tuned in, it's really very, very simple. For me, my personal manifesto in this autumn of my life is really aging gracefully, aging wisely, and aging elegantly. All right, so how do you come up with your personal manifesto? We've talked about that in the previous episode, so maybe you can check it out for a review. We talked about La Dolce Vita, the Italians would call it that way, like it, we will review that, and how do we come up with a good life? How? Okay, we used a Japanese concept called ikigai. Remember that, ladies? Ikigai. It's your reason for waking up in the morning. It's your reason for living. It's your reason for being. And you're supposed to answer 4 questions, and then you can call from there, really, what is the why behind your dream life? And so we will proceed from there. How do we put together your personal manifesto, your ikigai, into a La Dolce Vita? There you go. Okay, let's review. What's La Dolce Vita? It's Italian, by the way, so we're going around the world when it comes to our concept. Yeah? Okay, it means the sweet life. Okay, it's it's a way of life. It's a way of life, for the Italians. It's characterized by beauty, by music, by enjoyment, by pleasure, all right, by arts and the sciences and all of that. In short, it's a beautiful way to live. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's a dream life, right? Now, let's try and actualize that. I mean, it's a beautiful concept, but how do we do it? How do we make it happen? Right? So, first, okay, you already have your ikigai. What gives you joy? What gives you happiness and fulfillment? We are supposed to have discovered that from the ikigai, right? Okay, so now we are ready to put that together into what is your Dolce Vita because we are very different, all right? Your sweet life, your Dolce Vita, will be different from mine. In short, what is a great life for you? All right. So as we go along, creating that, we will create it together. First, a warning, right? A caveat. We call it a caveat. What is a caveat, right? The um, the great life or the sweet life is not an Instagram life. Let me be very clear about that because if it's an Instagram life, then it is not your Dolce Vita. You know why? You know what an Instagram life is? It is curated and cherry picked. What do I mean by that? You simply select only what is good, what is beautiful, and then you live, all the problems, all the messes, you don't include. So when people see, your Instagram, they will only see your travels, your beautiful clothes, your food, and etc. They don't really see the rest of us. Now, the great life is nothing like that because the great life puts together everything. Because if it's just an Instagram life, then it is not real. It is not complete because life has its ups and downs. That's what life is all about. So we want to be authentic. Authentic means we're true. We don't hide, what our problems are. We transcend our problems, yes. But we don't really say, this is just my life. It's all beautiful, 100%, 24 by 7. It's very, very dangerous. Okay, ladies? Fine. So even, okay? So that's what I said. Dolce Vita is not an Instagram life. Okay? Carl Jung, he is a psychologist. He said this, and let me read. It's a beautiful, beautiful statement. Saying, even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness. You see that? And the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Okay? It's beautiful, isn't it? So this is not all of life is Instagrammable, okay? Because life, okay, is a paradox. A paradox would mean opposite, like hot and cold. How can it be hot and cold at the same time? All right. But that's the duality of life. If we are to curate or create, our La Dolce Vita, it has to be authentic, okay, real, but it is forward looking. Meaning, we live behind the pains of the past, we heal from them. All right. We will face them. Okay. We will face them. We will not deny them. We will face them, and yet we will move forward from it. Okay. So um, what do you call this? Okay, talking about the paradigm. Okay, we're talking about paradigm. We talk about paradox. Okay, paradigm is the way of looking at it. Paradox is the seeming opposite. Okay, what are some of this duality? We talk about how can there be triumph if there is no defeat? How can we appreciate the light if we have not come from darkness? Right? How can we really say this is happiness when we have not experienced sadness? Because there is no way of comparing it, right? Okay, and how can we say, oh, I'm successful if we have not experienced failure, right? So which means, this is really the ups and downs of life. We experience mountaintops, okay, but we also go into the valleys, when life is so low. In fact, love is also bittersweet, isn't it? It's bittersweet. Why? oh, exciting and all of that. But we get hurt along the way. Just because we get hurt, we don't want to fall in love anymore, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. All right, I guess so there will be no comparison. You say, "Oh, her life is more beautiful than my life." How do you know that? You only see what she posts in Instagram, right? So when we make our great life, what is great life for us, we really need to be able to define it. All right, we are because it's for us now. Okay, so maybe I should be giving you an example, all right? And so you can take some from it, you know. And it says here, what is my? So focus on my Dolce Vita. What is a great life for me? It may be different from each one of you. That's all right because we're unique. You are really very unique. Okay, so let me share with you. It's a mouthful, I know. Okay, see, this is what great life means for me. Okay, it's joyful. Okay, joyful, not just happy. Okay, it's joyful, not just happy. Okay, people say I'm happy. No, and we will try to experience that later. No, joyful, not just happy. Grateful, like you're very thankful, not just I am satisfied. No, grateful. Right? Well, for me, a great life is contented, not just adequate. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, it's okay, it's really okay. No, it's contented, not just adequate. It's free. We have freedom, not just without chains. You're like, well, I'm free. I'm not in jail. I'm not in chains. But really, are we free? So these is what it means, and then I can share with you what I mean by it. You can pick some of that. It also to help you come up with your thinking about what a great life means to you. It's this is another thing. A great life for me is thriving, not just surviving. Oh, there are worlds of difference. Okay. Well, a great life is being wealthy, not just being rich. So you're telling me, Miss Maru, there's a difference? Wealthy is not the same as rich. Well, it is used interchangeably, but it's quite different, my babies. Okay. So, healthy, not just being free from illness. Well, I don't have a sickness. I'm not sick. So then I'm healthy. No. Okay, we will find out. Healthy doesn't only mean you're not sick. Okay, so it also means strong, not just being able to handle the stresses of life. For instance, I'm strong, because I can handle this and I can handle that, etc., etc. Okay, strong, not just right. And last, wise, not just being smart. Oh, I thought it means the same thing, Miss Malu. Well, maybe for some people it's all right. If you think wise and smart are the same thing, that's how you defined it, it's really all right. It's just that here, I'm telling you, you will have to define the terms according to how you see it, not according to how people tell you. Like, this is how to be wise. This is how to be wise. No, what is being wise for you may not be being wise for me, right? So I would like to I'll give you an example before I let you go and come up with your own framework, right? So I guess the first one really here is being joyful, not just being happy. Yeah, we'll stick to that and then we'll continue in the next episode. Okay. So what's the difference? It's a world of difference, my ladies. It's a world of difference. When you say you're happy, coming from the word happenstance. Happenstance is an old English word. Happenstance, which means something happening outside of you. Meaning, if there's somebody who gave you $100,000, well, you're happy. You're happy because an outside circumstance did something for you. If that doesn't happen, and if we nobody gives us money and we don't have money, then we're not happy. Okay. See, happy is externally initiated. Joyful, on the other hand, is internally initiated, meaning regardless of how bad the situation is, regardless of whether there is a pandemic and we have nowhere to go, it's you know, it's a decision to look at life in positive terms and experience joy, and people may not understand that, but really you feel very blessed, you feel very joyful. That's a big difference there. Okay, so um, ladies, if you find, okay, what we've been talking about you very helpful, and then you have now enough what information, ideas for you to create your own great life, right? And if you find this video helpful, whatever we discuss here, okay, please give it a thumbs up. Yeah, and I would truly appreciate your comments, your suggestions. Share with us what you got out of it, what you felt while we are discussing it in the comments down below. And for you to join us, okay? Join us as we journey together. Subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell icon right there, on your screen, and so you can be notified about our upcoming updates and episodes. Okay, so you will not miss any of them. We upload twice a week, and this will be really a fast pace learning journey for both of us. Okay, my fascinating Renaissance ladies. This is your coach. This is your mentor. This is your fellow, sojourner, in our journey. And I will be seeing you next time. Right? Signing off. This is Malu. Okay, goodbye, my fascinating Renaissance ladies.